I'm out here at the ranch today and I am finally going to be able to do a job that I've been meaning to get done for a few months, and that is separate Cull cows out of this main herd and get them hauled off to auction. That's what's going on today on Farmer Tyler Ranch. But before we get started separating cows out of the herd, I'm sure that some of you are asking, what is a Cull cow? I guess the best and simplest way to define a Cull cow is it's just a cow that is being removed from the herd. When I say removed, what I mean is that she is going to be taken to auction and sold, most likely to enter the food supply, but not necessarily. I say not necessarily because this time I'm trying something a little bit different than normal. Instead of selling the cows in the summertime or after the point where I know that they didn't get bred and they're not going to have a calf, I decided to leave them in with the bulls and give them one more chance to breed. So rather than sell them as butcher cows that will go straight into the food supply, they would be sold as bred females, which would mean that somebody would buy them and let her have her calf and enter their herd. The reason that I'm trying to do that is because it adds a lot of value to the female. Right now, a butcher cow is going for about 60 cents a pound or so. If I sell her as a bred female, she could go for as much as $1,400 a head. And now I'm sure the question is, well, if she's bred, then why would you get rid of her? For one, there's a few I have in mind out here that are going to go because I know that they have missed calves in the past. They're getting too old. Some of them have bad attitudes. There's a variety of reasons why they need to leave the herd, and maybe at the top of the list is that right now I've got 45 females out here, and that is too much for my pasture and quite honestly for my manger. It's very difficult to feed that many out here. In fact, I've been having to throw some hay on the ground. In the summertime when we're grazing the pastures, it just really can't quite support this many animals. I have found that about 38 to 40 adult females is about what this pasture can handle, and I can do that easily at this manger. So we're gonna have to find 5 girls out of here that are gonna go down the road. Instead of rounding up the entire herd and pulling out the ones that I need, I think it's going to be easier for me to just sort of walk through them out here and find the ones that I want to pull out and just sort of take them one by one. That way I don't have to run all over the place out here trying to get everybody in. I just have a feeling that they would resist me on that. I think the first cow that I'm going to pull and put on the schedule to go to the auction is this solid red cow right here. Now the reason that she's gonna go is because her calf sort of mysteriously died this year. It was really quite strange. One day the calf was perfectly fine and healthy, and the next day it was dead. And as I got to thinking about it, this is not the first time that this has happened to this cow. So it kind of leads me to sort of believe that maybe there's either something that she does or doesn't do to take care of her calf. Maybe she's got something genetically going on that only occasionally pops up and is a problem. Either way, I'm not very sure what the deal is, but she's got a couple other things going against her too. She's fairly old. I think she's well over 10 years old. And she also, back in her younger days, used to be known as Fence Breaker. So she owes me a lot of money because she's broken probably more of this corral than any other cow in here. And in fact, I would have sold her years ago, except I was always afraid that I wouldn't be able to get her in the trailer. I thought she would just destroy that loading alley. I'm not so sure that she still won't do that, but she's old enough now and settled down a little bit, so I think we're gonna be all right. But for all those reasons, I think it's her time to go. here. The way that she's acting right now lets me know that I made the right decision. In fact, I'm a little nervous to leave her in here by herself. I might put her in the tub because if she tries to jump a fence in there, it's not going to hurt anything. So the key with her is to never pin her in a corner, because she'll see how high she can jump. Yeah, you ain't happy, are you? Yep, there we go with our old ways. I really should not have got her first, because half the reason that she's so agitated is because she's in there by herself. So we'll get the next girl quick, get her a little buddy, and that should relax her a little bit. The next cow that I'm looking for is number 15, and the reason that she's gonna go, oh, there she is, I just spotted her. The reason that she's gonna go is, well, there's a few for her as well. In her time on the ranch, she's missed, I think, 2 calves, and it seemed like I was just always making excuses for her for one reason or another. But the excuses are gonna end this year. Part of the other reason is that when the flies are bad in the cows, you can bet that they are gonna be 10 times worse on her. Cattle have a genetic resistance, well, they have it or they don't, to flies, and she is one that doesn't have it. Not only do I not want that because it makes it harder to treat the flies than everyone else, but I also don't want to pass those genetics on to future replacement females. That way. Hey, big mama. Okay, she's a little wound up too, so we'll put her and Red together. They'll either make each other more crazy and rambunctious, or they'll calm each other down. We'll see. There you go. Hey, settle down. Boy, there's some pounds there. Dear. Let's not do that. You want to go try your gait again? Ooh, a little slick there. Why don't you go on with Red? You guys can get each other crazy together. There you go. Try that again. You need to mellow out, hon. All right, well, we got 2 saucy mamas here, and when they act like that, boy, you know you made the right decision. I've got Red in the alleyway there because she was really looking like she had half a mind to jump out, or she was getting her head in between the bars here. I didn't want her to bend something, but she is still kind of trying to jump out there. Fortunately, that corral panel there is tall enough that she can get her chin up over it, but she can't do much else. So that's a good place for her to sit until we get a few more in here. I'm hoping when I get all 5, then I can just put them all together and they will sort of settle down. I can throw some hay in there, that ought to make them happy, but until then, she's just gonna be agitated. Decisions. Okay, I think the next cow I'm gonna pull out is number 2, which is a solid red cow. The reason that she's gonna go, for one, she didn't have a calf this year, and she has missed, I think, one or possibly even two others in the past. This is another one that I just have always made excuses for and figured, oh, she'll do better next year, she'll do better next year. Well, I think she's gone enough years sort of not pulling her weight that it's her time to go. Got a lot of meat on you. Right where to go, don't you? Okay, so Red came in with another brockle face cow that is safe this year. She won't be going. So a lot of times when two of them walk up like that, I just let them do it, because as they have that friend there, that sort of settles them down, and I think they feel safer when there's a group of them. But now we got to pull her out. Going back with her. You guys go there together. Yeah, see? She's like, I'm not going back in there. No way. No way. I can't. Come on, dear. You got a friend. You should be happy. Maybe watch where you're going. I don't know. Tell you what, I'm having a heck of a time making a decision here. I still need to pull two more out, and I don't know, everyone I'm looking at, I just can't quite pull the trigger on sending them down the road. She's a first calf heifer, so she's not going anywhere. She's a first calf heifer. Number 10, I mean, there's nothing wrong with her. Okay, I think I've made a selection for the next one. Number 39.
Number 39 is another cow that didn't have a calf this year, and as I think about it, she's also had some issues with fertility in the past.
Look at the body on her. Good gracious. Hey, you were doing it just fine. Come on, left turn. There you go. There you go. No. Well, go the way you're supposed to go, and I won't do that. After looking through my notes from last year, I realized that number 46 right here, this black cow with her butt towards me, was, or should have been, I guess I should say, should have been a first calf heifer this year, but she did not have a calf. So that could mean many things. It could mean she just wasn't quite there reproductively yet on her first breeding, or it could mean that she can never have a calf. Either way, those aren't really genetics that we want. So she's going to be a good one to get rid of, because she has never in her whole life given me a calf. She might be bred now. I've seen that happen before, where they don't breed on the first time, but they will on the second go around. But even so, if she is bred now and she has a female and that's one we end up keeping, then that's just those bad genetics that we need to get rid of. We're going to go this way, huh? I gotta cut this limb down, I think. Come on, honey. In you go. Now that we've got everybody cut out of the main herd, I can turn these cows loose, get them all together. We'll throw some feed here at the manger for them to hopefully settle them down a little bit. And then tomorrow morning, it's in the trailer and off to the auction. And last but not least is Miss Psychopath over here. You know, earlier I was telling you guys that I think in her older age she settled down a little bit, but after pulling her out, I don't think that's the case. So I'll be glad to see her go. with your friends. There. That is going to be the 2020 Cull cow crop. Some of these girls I'm kind of sad to see go, and some of the other ones it's good riddance. I was having a difficult time out in the corral making my decisions, but as I look at the group that I settled on here, I think that I chose pretty well, because as I compare these 5 to the rest of the ones out there that I kept, I would say that these 5 are in fact the least profitable cows in the bunch. That is going to do it out here for today. Tomorrow we'll bring the trailer out here and get these girls shipped. It's a pretty windy and stormy day out here. Not probably an ideal day to be working cows, but it's what we're going to be doing anyway. So we got the trailer here. It's in the right spot, and I believe all the gates and everything are pretty much ready to go. So let's get these girls in the trailer so we can hit the road. I'll tell you what, guys, it really doesn't get much easier than that. I think part of the reason maybe why they went in there so easily is because all these cows have been over to the winter pasture before. So I wouldn't say they're used to getting in and out of the trailer so much, but they have been trailered a few times. So they know that it's not going to be the end of the world if they get in there. So anyway, now that we've got them loaded up, I think we can run back to the house, pick up Mrs. FTR, and head down to Galt. Not a drive I'm looking forward to in this rainy weather, or really in any weather. Man, my clean trailer. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, and I hope I'll see you again on Farmer Tyler Ranch.